Have you ever been so strong for everyone else that you forgot what it feels like to just breathe? Hey, Glow family. I'm Jenice Story, founder and CEO of AJ's EO Infusions, and a nurse on a mission to help you reset, restore, and remember your worth. Welcome to the Nurses on a Mission podcast, where we blend faith, wellness, and slow beauty to help you heal from the inside out. If you're ready to refill your cup and rediscover your glow, you're in the right place. Make sure to subscribe so you never miss your weekly reset. The information shared in this podcast is for educational and inspirational purposes only. It's not intended as medical advice or a substitute for professional care. Always consult with a qualified healthcare provider about any medical concerns. Today, we're talking about something every caregiver faces: what it really means to find grace under pressure. We live in a world that celebrates pushing through. We wear exhaustion like a badge of honor. But grace isn't quitting. It's knowing when to pause before you break. I remember a shift not long ago. Back-to-back admits, phones ringing, call lights flashing, and I caught myself saying, "I'm fine." Even though I hadn't eaten, hadn't sat down, and my spirit felt heavy. That day I realized pretending isn't strength. Pausing is. Sometimes the hardest thing you can do is stop long enough to breathe, to whisper, "I matter too." That's why I created the lip ritual, not just a lip scrub, but a 30-second wellness pause. A no-rinse ritual that tells your body it's safe to slow down. Peppermint for energy, lavender for calm, frankincense for healing. 1 jar, 3 reminders that you deserve peace. If you're listening right now and feeling stretched thin, let's do this together. Take a deep breath in. Hold. And exhale slowly. That right there, that's grace in motion. It doesn't take a day off or a week away. It takes one mindful moment to remember you don't have to keep running on empty. Let's take a moment together, right where you are. If you're driving, walking, or sitting at your desk, just pause for a second. Close your eyes if you can. Think about the last time you gave yourself grace, not perfection, grace. Maybe it was forgiving yourself for a hard day. Maybe it was choosing rest over routine. Grace isn't about doing less. It's about doing what matters with a softer heart. Take one more slow breath in and release. You are allowed to exhale. Grace doesn't make you weak. It makes you wise. Because when you refill, you serve stronger. You lead with more peace, more patience, and more purpose. When you pour into yourself first, your care becomes contagious. So this week, ask yourself, where can I offer myself a little more grace? At work, at home, in the mirror? Because the mission doesn't work if the nurse is running on empty. I want to share a quick glow note from one of our listeners who wrote, "Jenice, I started taking 30 seconds for myself before each shift, using your lip ritual, and it's changed how I show up for my patients. Thank you for reminding me to breathe." That message meant everything to me. Because when one nurse takes time to refill, that grace ripples through every person she touches. This past month, I've been learning how to slow down too. Between work, family, and building this vision, I've had to remind myself that rest isn't lazy, it's leadership. When I show up rested, I show up better for my patients, my business, my family, and myself. So if you're struggling to slow down, I'm right there with you. We're learning grace together, one pause at a time. Before you go, Glow family, don't forget to follow and subscribe for weekly wellness rituals and stories that keep your light grounded. When you shop the Lip Butter Scrub, you're not just caring for yourself, you're helping us care for others. From October through March, every jar donates $1 to fight the stigma, supporting mental health awareness and healing in our community. For more inspiration between episodes, join our Glow Notes newsletter at AJ's EO Infusions for weekly rituals and reflections that fill your cup. And if this episode reminded you to breathe again, share it with someone who might need that same grace today. You never know whose life your calm might touch. Until next time, keep leading with heart, caring with courage, and glowing with grace. I'm Jenice Story, and thank you for sharing this space with me. Remember, grace is your glow, and when you protect it, everything else flows.
You've been listening to AJ's EO Infusions Essential Wellness Podcast with me, Jenice Story. If today's moment helped you pause, breathe, or see yourself with a little more grace, don't keep it to yourself. Subscribe on YouTube and follow at AJ's EO Infusions across all platforms for weekly rituals, stories, and glow reminders. And remember, supporting your self-care is supporting the movement. Every time you choose calm over chaos, you help fight the stigma and light the way for someone else. Until next time, stay grounded, stay glowing, and keep giving yourself the same care you so freely give others.